All right, welcome back. I'm glad you're here. We're playing Amnesia: The Dark Descent. This is the second part of the series, I guess. However, there is a tiny little tidbit. I did try playing this a couple of days ago. I did not get far at all. I practically spent an hour and 30 minutes doing really nothing, not really progressing at all. My issue is I'm not progressing as far as I would like to. So think about it this way. I played an hour and 30 minutes of the game, but my progression in-game wise realistically was only 10 minutes. Anyway, there is this elevator. Now, I don't think it goes up. I do think it goes down, and I don't see any button that can let me go back up. So I'm first gonna explore all these other rooms if it's possible and see if there's something I can find. And another note is I did increase the graphics of this game to the absolute max. I thought it would make things a little bit more smoother, but it doesn't really seem to make a difference in that regard. So at the very least, the game may or may not look better. We'll see. At least you guys will see. A guest room. Herbert's trunk was wrapped in rope. The lock had been broken. By thieves, he assumed. He wondered if anything had been left, considering all the hands it had passed.
Journal is gone. What would they want with my journal?
That sounds like Daniel. I think I need to actually start to really digest and absorb the story so far. Before I read this notebook or this piece of text, why would Daniel, again, why would he want to remove his memories? What could have possibly happened, or what could he have possibly seen that would drive him to make that decision? Normally, you would just keep your memories and not say anything. Did he do it out of necessity? Did he do it out of fear? I wonder what we'll find out. Okay, let me read this.
2nd of July, 1839. I received a letter today from the Algerian governor's office disclosing the fate of Herbert's expedition. About a week after my departure, Abdullah, one of the men traveling with us, returned from the desert. The French quickly dispatched a search party to look for the expedition. After searching for days, they found the camp abandoned without any trace of Herbert or his men.
Okay. That's fine. I made a mistake. I thought I can flip through the pages very seamlessly, but that doesn't actually work like that. I just skipped everything. Let me actually look at the notes. Journal, right? Journal, diaries. It was Daniel's diary, Revelations 1 out of 3. Okay, I have to read it now. About a week after my departure, Abdullah, one of the men traveling with us, returned from the desert. He was badly injured, as if maimed by a lion. The man rambled deliriously about the expedition being attacked by something horrible. The French quickly dispatched a search party to look for the expedition. After searching for days, they found the camp abandoned without any trace of Herbert or his men. Tomorrow, I will retrieve the things they recovered from Herbert's tent at the customs house. I don't know what to make of it, but I'm worried for him. Stop. I need you to stop, okay? Hey, come here. Come here. Okay, come on. Hi. Sorry for that. Sorry about that. My cat, he's doing some weird thing now where he's spraying on the walls. And I don't know why he's doing it, because he hasn't done that in a long time, like upwards to a year. Okay, sorry about that. A little distraction. Had to tell my little furry creature friend. Let me actually try to finish this second paragraph. Again, I'm sorry for the interruption. I don't think it's good or proper for there to be this many disruptions in a game where you're trying to immerse yourself, so I do apologize. The French quickly dispatched a search party to look for the expedition. After searching for days, they found the camp abandoned without any trace of Herbert or his men. Tomorrow, I'll retrieve the things they recovered from Herbert's tent at the customs house. I don't know what to make of it, but I'm worried for him. Okay. Herbert. That's interesting. That's a new name. So just off the top of my head, I can count maybe 4 people in total that we know of. Alexander, Hazel, Daniel, which is ourselves, and now Herbert. And the fact that they specified Herbert makes me feel like that character is someone close to Daniel in some capacity. Okay, another note.
3rd of July, 1839. Today I picked up Herbert's things at the customs house. I dug through the trove of documents he had carried and found a log detailing the expedition.
Okay.
The nature of this text ranged from quick notes to colourful accounts of transpired events. I skimmed the pages, trying to figure out what might have happened. May 17th, the day I was trapped inside the orb chamber, Herbert dryly states, "Recovered Daniel after 1 hour of entrapment." This confused me greatly. I was suffocating within minutes. How could I have lasted an hour? I continued reading the peculiar text. Herbert states his facts without judgment or passion, but suddenly I could read frustration into his text. He pushed his men to investigate the underground tomb, an effort which seems to have strained the minds of his men. Madness spread through the ranks, and Herbert had to take some extreme measures to continue. He finally visits the chamber himself, where he retrieves the orb to the surface.
Oh, they found it.
His account confuses me greatly. If he has the orb, what are those pieces in my drawing room?
Again, I'm not sure if I kept it in the first episode. However, they mentioned this orb that Daniel, the main character, came across to, and he passes out. And now they're mentioning this orb being found, picked up, and taken to the surface. So there's a weird emphasis on this orb, and I don't know the nature of it. I don't know what the right term is for, but ominous. They keep saying the orb. The door's stuck to a broken lock. All right. So we found 2 pieces of notes, pretty decent, all things considered. Okay, let's go back out. Professor Taylor was the second death caused by his damned curiosity. I still don't know the actual significance of those little notes that happen between loading pages. Anyway, here's the other door to the outside part that we weren't able to access because the door is locked. The strange letter frightened him, but it was also the only one which offered some comfort. Okay, this is the area that I chose not to explore. I'm sure I'll find a tinderbox, some oil, but I'm really trying to find something of worth, of value, something that can actually progress the story in some capacity. There's a dead dog head, I think.
Incredible.
Yikes. Okay, let's just actually try to make some real progress now. I don't want to spend an hour and look back and see that I didn't do anything actually. I'm just gonna go back to the elevator. Oh yeah, there's a glass here. The cracked window panes are held together only by a weak wooden frame. Let's see what happens if I grab, can I pick up this dog? No, I cannot. I can pick up this and I can throw it. Perfect. Let's do some property damage. Oh wow, they actually let me move through here. So I think I'm gonna be going through this angle straight ahead, taking a sharp right and moving past that blockade. I hope I don't slip and fall. Boing, boing, jump. I can't actually see that far, but it sounds like woods or trees are being chopped up. Let's jump again. All right. I hope nothing bad happens. Where did I pick this up? What is this? When will it be my turn? Have I not shown restraint? My patience spans centuries. From where I came, mankind has not even wasted a breath. Yet I bow to you. I've done so much for you, and I have gained nothing in return. Agrippa, I trusted you. It was I who, in all fairness, should have entered that gate. Did I just slurred my word. Okay. That's interesting. Because now, you know how we came from a room where there was a chopped up dog head? Now we're hearing dogs screaming? I don't know what's happening. It's scary. So, this note is very, very cool. It specifically stated that their patience spans centuries. And this is an individual entity talking from its own perspective. It has some sense of intelligence. And it's showing that it feels like it's been betrayed to some degree, because it said that my patience is, I bow to you and I've been waiting. Can I read it again, actually? I have done so much for you and I have gained nothing in return. And they're mentioning Agrippa. I'm not sure who that is yet. I trusted you. And they mention from where I came, mankind is not even wasted a breath. It just feels like we're talking about some sort of spirit or being from a different place beyond the human world or reality. I'm not sure how deep this game goes. And it's somehow in our world. Okay. This is a picked up flow cycle rod. I thought that was actually a telescope. Not telescope, but explorers. I don't know what the term is. Elevator machine instructions. If the elevator breaks down again, make sure to use the steam engine to build up pressure before channeling it into the machinery. Adjust the levers to get the right amount of pressure inside the chamber. The meter should read up 8 and down 8. Make sure the flow is set according to the following chart. Trinity steam set functions, 4-phase amplitude, complete steam flow cycle. Note that the machine will not check proper configuration until all rods are inserted. So that thing I just picked up right now was a rod, and I think I have to find at least 3, because there are 3 different specifications. Look at our notes. Yeah, there's a Trinity stream, 4-phase, and steam flow cycle. So I think at least 3. Okay. Oh, let me get. I see a chest box. Let me get some loot. Okay, nothing inside. Incredible. I'm gonna open this door and.
Don't forget your bag, Daniel.
I won't, Herbert.
There is no shame in using a parasol in the desert. As it happens, it's imperative to your survival.
But it looks ridiculous.
The shame will hurt much less than dying, I assure you.
Okay. Alright. So just based off of the way that Herbert and Daniel are talking, they seem like close friends. Alright, maybe something changed here. Because I never actually went into the elevator and clicked on anything. So, can I actually access this elevator now? It's not working. Okay. Can I go in here though? I do have a rod, right? Machine room, it's locked. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. This game, instead of having lock picks, they have hollow needles. So I think I can use this needle to open. Okay, I cannot use it this way. All right. I should find a locked door. Maybe this one down here. Okay, there's a door down here. I'm going to use a hollow needle to open it. Right? Correct? Or was it a broken lock? That's the reason why I can't open it. Hold on, let's see. All right. It's not giving me a pop-up. Can I use the needle? Cannot use the item this way. Okay. Let me take a look around. See if there's something that I missed. Is it going back the other way? Or am I prohibited from going back? Okay, I'm prohibited. Okay. I'm just looking for a way out. And I'm just looking for a way out. Can someone tell me where to go? Alright. I'm going back. He panted heavily, trying his best to keep himself from screaming. The medicine cabinet had been overturned and lay collapsed on the floor. He reached the broken glass door and grabbed all sedatives he could find. Okay, that someone's panicking or stressing out. I forgot. I keep forgetting I can open these we call it drawers. Again, I need to be more mindful. Nothing there. Nothing there. Okay. This game hasn't done anything yet to make me actually feel like something's hidden. I keep saying like. Stop saying like. This game hasn't done anything to indicate to me that I have to look real hard for any specific item. It hasn't done that. In fact, it highlights the items. So I know that whatever I'm looking for, it's actually in plain sight. The door is stuck due to a broken lock. Can I just use... What do I even have? A crowbar. The crowbar. Oh! Pick up the crowbar. Oh, it broke.
The key. Please, let it be here.
The key to what? Can I pick up the crowbar now?
Nope.
Oh, it's broken. Okay. Let me open this wardrobe first. More clothes. You better find a place to hide. You have no means to defend yourself. I already knew what the deal was. You know, I know this is supposed to be a scary moment, but I am surprised that it felt almost intuitive for me to close the doors to this wardrobe. I thought it'd be kind of clunky. Okay, I think we should be fine. Let me just close this back door for safety and security. All right, let's read this note.
4th of July, 1839. It's done. The orb is assembled. I was awakened by an exhausting nightmare. Shaking and sweating, I retired to the drawing room with a cup of tea. The relic pieces lay spread across the table as I'd left them, but somehow I knew how it was supposed to be. I fetched the tar, which I had prepared to fix the pieces together, and without fault I joined them, producing the orb I remembered so clearly. The tar proved unnecessary. It was pushed out from the joining pieces as they merged on their own.
Whoa.
No adhesive. The ancient stone relic now rests on my table. Its immaculate surface and perfect shape could have been molded by a factory. This is all too strange.
Again, there is this otherworldly aspect to what's happening. An orb. It's fusing together. A monster, the shadow. Monsters inside of the building. Some entity that is older than centuries. And somehow it's still... I don't know what it is, actually. But again, there's this weird aspect to this game. It's almost scary. Alright, so I think now... What would I actually have to do now? Let me actually take a look at my inventory. I have a lantern. I have a lot of oil. Let me just fill up my oil reserves. I have a chemistry pot. Okay. I have a hollow needle. And I have a flow cycle rod. So I have to find some sort of room where I can use this rod. Or really anything that I have. I want to progress. Back hall. Sir William Smith had been marked. There was no way for him to know that the young man from the other day cast such a terrible shadow. Cast? So does that mean the shadow is employed by something? Is the shadow the thing that's been waiting for centuries? Oh no. Could I have just used the crowbar on this? Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, that's super unfortunate. Ah, okay. Now, I am tempted to just search up a small little video just so I can get the ball rolling and I can actually make progress. However, I know the moment I see what I'm supposed to be doing, I'm gonna feel like, I should have known. I should have known. Wait, the blood. Blood. Is it going from behind me or forward? Okay. Maybe I should use details like this to help me guide my way. To help me guide my way. To help me guide the way.
Dear God.
That wasn't there, no? Can I use this as a distraction? Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. If nothing's changed here, and I've explored all I can in this room, there's only one place left. Here we go. Study. Alright, the lights are still on, so my sanity should be preserved. It's fine. It's fine. What? What? Let me just close the door. Let me just close the door. They keep playing sounds of a dog being viciously murdered, and I don't know how I feel about that. Okay. Ooh, I did not see this. Okay, cool. Letter regarding the discovery of an orb. To my most trusted student and friend, Johann Weyer. The most remarkable thing happened as I was traveling through the Prussian woods this summer. I'm already messing up, sorry. I finally found one of the orbs I have been looking for the last 20-odd years. It is as inexplicable as the Heliodromus described in the Hortus Conclusus. It was as it was told about, an underground Mithraic temple crowned with the unearthly artifact. The orb was big enough to fill my cupped hands, and the texture was smooth and jagged, its color washed while rich. Contrast is not enough to describe its nature. It was an impossibility, an artificial paradox captured within the stone. I was staying in a nearby village called Altstadt, investigating one of the antiquated trails. When I finally found the cavern, I went inside and suddenly I can verify the truth of these enigmatic artifacts. They were real. Altstadt. Isn't this castle? Oh no, this is the Castle of Brennenburg. Altstadt. That's the second time they've mentioned it. Maybe you guys haven't seen it in the first episode. I do apologize again. But they mentioned Altstadt second time now. As you can understand, this is the most important discovery of my life, but it has also become my greatest fear. As I entered the underground chamber, I could feel that I was trespassing. Because of my curiosity, I did my best to fight these instincts and fetch the orb from its place. I scrambled out of the chamber and into the woods. I can sense something was following me. It bayed loudly as it closed in. Something is in the woods and it's following him and it's bayed loudly. So I think it's making a sound, a big sound, okay? The beast, okay, that's a term, that's a label now. This guardian of the orb was relentless in its pursuit. I made my way to a nearby ravine where I stumbled upon some men fishing in the lake. I tried to warn them as I passed, but fortunately they remained as I continued my escape. When I heard the cry of pain echo through the valley, I felt such a tremendous sense of relief, thinking I would be spared. That's a crazy thing. You hear people dying, you're like, ah, thank goodness it's not me. Suddenly, a blue shimmering light engulfed me, and the colors of the forest were washed away before my eyes. I kept running through the bleak surroundings. The trees had turned charcoal. Charcoal black with leaves of cinder, the ground covered in murky water. I pressed on through the drenched land as the glowing ember gave way to the rising wind and rained on me. I could hear pleading screams in the distance, and I joined in as pain and fear overtook me. I fell to the ground, gasping for air. This certainly must sound strange, but I had been carried miles away This certainly must sound strange, but I had been carried miles away across the Alps to a grassy field outside Genoa. The guardian had taken the orb from me, but still, until this day, I fear its return. Sometimes I lay awake at night listening for the howling cry I heard in the forest. It has been nearly a decade since that day, and I still haven't been able to write about the incident. The last time we spoke, you told me about your interest and ongoing research into the mythic orbs, and I realized I owed you the truth about my visit to Altstadt. Your friend and mentor, Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa. It's connecting. Okay. Let me try to, I hope the game doesn't actually crash on me or anything like this or go crazy. Let me try to go to the diaries. No. Okay. No. The notes. Where is that? Mementos? No. Remember that tube that we clicked on and it became a white screen with text? There was something specifically, I'm gonna pause the game. I don't want to get killed and ran up on. There was something that specifically mentioned Agrippa and said, I don't know if it was coming from a stance of regrets or sorrow or anger. I'm not sure yet, but it specifically mentioned Agrippa. Not only that, it mentioned its patience has waned for centuries. Now, I think because it's explicitly mentioning Agrippa and talking about Agrippa as if there's someone they know, Agrippa and this entity, which I can only assume is supernatural in nature because you're not living for centuries, right? And that's your patience, not even your actual lifespan. So I can only imagine that Agrippa and this supernatural entity are linked somehow. However, Agrippa in that note we just read is mentioning some sort of monster coming towards him to get that orb. The same orb that Herbert and Daniel, our character, are very interested in. Letter regarding the discovery of an orb. Agrippa, right? Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa, your friend and mentor. Who is he referring to as your friend and mentor? You know what I mean? Because Daniel, his mentor, so to speak, at least from the audio bits we've been hearing, is Alexander. And Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa isn't saying Daniel's name at all. So, to Johann Weyer. Okay, never mind. Scratch whatever I just said. So he's saying this to Johann Weyer. Who is Johann Weyer? What this means is that we know about 6 or 7 actual named characters. Alexander, Hazel, Herbert, Daniel, Johann Weyer, and Agrippa. Hazel, we haven't seen anything of actual notes specifically talking about them, but we did see some sort of it's between the loading screens. Whenever you're loading into a different part of the game, there's a loading screen that has some form of text that rises into the center, and it mentioned Hazel. Anyway, the story so far is starting to connect. Now again, my biggest concern right now is what's the difference between the beast, the shadow, and the things that are inside this building. And I keep saying things, but for all I know, it could be the beast themselves. In fact, it might be the beast, actually. Correct? Because the orb is inside this place. Right? Isn't that what Daniel and Herbert have been talking about? Daniel specifically been saying that, oh, the pieces of the orb lay before me, fusing. Like, you know what I mean? And we're hearing some weird, monstrous thing stomping around in the building. Okay. Did I skip a door? Like I said, my biggest point right here to be here is to actually find things that I may have missed out on the first time or any changes. Okay, nothing here, nothing here, nothing here. I haven't seen any indication that stomping around like this. Oh, stomping around like this is a bad thing. The monster isn't chasing my sounds or my footsteps, so I think I'm fine. Okay, another note. Anatomy Frontiers. 1658, January 9th. So this is a long time ago. Because I think this game right now is currently set in 1832, 1862, I'm not sure, but it's in the 1800s. Or the 19th century. Okay, further disappointment. The antiquarian's latest findings yielded nothing. I'm still unable to grasp the inner workings of life and its relation to the power I sense within it. I shall pursue more books on the subject, but I suspect it will be in vain. Since no research has been made in my particular interest, I must attempt to fill that void myself. Clearly, humans emanate more of the energy I seek, but I hope animals will suffice, as they would prove less of a hassle to acquire. So it is confirmed now. If it wasn't already confirmed by the broken and... Did I do that? Of the broken limbs and torsos all around the map, humans were being tortured and experimented on. For sure, ski. I think I'm playing the game at a very weird pace, so that's why things feel weird. Because I think... What's happening? What's happening? Is it the cane? Why did they make like a dub... I keep saying like. Man, just play the game. Why did I become red? It felt like a WWE entrance. I walk around me like a frozen tower from burn. That's for sure. And the flame returns. I forgot the lyrics to that song, but it's such a good one too, though. It's called Slow Chemical by... No, Slow Chemical is what it's called. I forgot the band name, unfortunately. But it is called Kane's Entrance. The wonder of the world is gone, I know for sure. Something, 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 something. Okay. Again, I'm not making progress, but again, I'm holding myself to a very arbitrary standard. I don't need to... Why is there a limit? I can take as long as I need to play this game. Right? Right? But again, though, there's only 24 hours in a day. If there's something about me, I don't like going back and forth without progress. There is blood trails. So it is going through this elevator. So I know for a fact that this all ends with me going through the elevator. But I feel like this is just going to take me to the next stage of the game and not really progress in this area. I just said like again. Okay. Like. To that extent. I just sound like a poser and I said like again. Okay. 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 Okay, I'm done with everything that I need to do. Could it ever happen to you? It could always happen to you. You're something I don't wanna lose. Oh, what happened to you? Oh, why? What? Okay, if this somehow progresses me and all I needed to do is put my hand on a mattress, I'm gonna be pissed off. I get pissed off.
Daniel,
Okay.
what? Still having nightmares, I see.
That's Alexander's voice.
I can't shake them. They come every night.
Okay.
We'll put a stop to them. You'll see.
It's kind of ominous. We'll put a stop to them. You'll see. Right? I can't be the only one thinking it like that. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Again, why is this painting removed? Is this the first instance of a painting being removed? There has to be some significance to this, right? Right? Someone tell me what's going on, going on. Can someone tell me what's going on? What's going on?
Oh, thank God, there it is. I guess it is a good place to hide it then.
What is this then? It's a key, right? No? It looked like it is a key. It is a key. It is a key. It is a key. Okay. Pause the game. What I'm realizing now as I play this game is there's a combination between very visible and explicitly shown items and hidden items in the form of, hey, touch this painting, there's something behind it. Hey, open this chest, there's something inside of it. Hey, touch this bed or this table and your game will progress in some form or fashion. So now I know. Be more mindful. Be more mindful. There's a note. Oh, that's a... Okay. Picked up machine room key. One of the rooms, either upstairs or downstairs, needed a key. I think it's just downstairs. Let's go. Surely this is what opens. Yes! Machine room. Take the machine room key and open the door. Finally, progress. Sir William Smith had been marked. There is no such way... Oh, we already read this. We already read this. Again, I don't know what the significance... I know there is some sort of significance.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Whoa. The atmosphere just changed. Pressure. Okay. I don't want to touch these yet, though. I don't know if it makes noise. And again, I don't know the nature of this creature that's following us or something. Another note. Let's read.
5th of July, 1839.
Haunted.
Today, I went to the university looking for answers. I was able to sneak into Herbert's office and pick up an address book along with some relevant textbooks. Professor Taylor at the Faculty of History was very helpful, and I managed to approach the subject of the orbs. The most interesting aspect was the prevalent trace they had left in our culture. The mythic orbs may, in fact, have inspired the globus cruciger, which so many royal regalia holds to this day. In ancient times, the orbs were held by priests as a symbol of the sun and its power. As I was leaving, I overheard a disturbing conversation. Sir William Smith, the geologist, was killed last night. Less than a fortnight had passed since I'd asked for his expertise. I know it's silly, but I can't help feeling responsible somehow.
Wait. What did I just say moments prior to this? That I don't know... That I don't know the significance about the messages that appear between loading screens. But this specific one just mentioned Sir William. And how he was marked. Anyway, it seems like Daniel knows or tried to contact, or at least contact Sir Williams about the orb, and that's why he feels responsible. So whoever comes in contact with this orb, for example, Agrippa, I think, Herbert, I think, and now Daniel, they fall under calamity. I hope I don't die. Flow. Wait, I have something for this, I think. Flow cycle rod. I have to find 2 more. Okay. Another note. Machine equipment memo. Note that there are only 2 spare rods left in the storage for the elevator machinery. Make sure to only discard the ones which are badly damaged and keep the others in the inner study rooms in case all 3 would crack again. Alright, storage room. Perfect, convenient. I need 2 more rods and they just mentioned the storage room. Let's find it. Another note.
14th of July, 1839. I've read every book I can find on the subject. While rich in legend and hearsay, my knowledge is lack for the insight I crave. I've sent letters to many in Herbert's address book and received answers of varying importance. Today, I got one which differed greatly from the others. From a baron in Prussia. He said nothing about the quaint stories of priests in underground temples.
Oh yeah.
Didn't even mention them. He simply wrote, I know. I can protect you. Come to Brennenburg Castle. Signed, Alexander. What am I to make of this? As I write,
No!
thoughts are drawn to my nightmares in which a most disturbing sound calls to me. A sound defying description. A voice from the void. The last few weeks have been awful, with so many sleepless nights dreading a repeat of those horrid dreams. Tomorrow, I shall visit my physician, Dr. Tate, in hope that he can provide me with sedatives to help me sleep.
Hold on. I don't know if you can tell, but my eyes are watering just a little bit. And you may be asking why that my eyes watering. Oh, by the way, I have goosebumps right now. I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, you can tell I have goosebumps right now. I don't know, it's hard to tell. Anyway, it's because something about me personally. I love when a story that seems fractured and disjointed at first coalesces into each other or into itself, and everything just starts to make sense. Because as I was reading that, he mentioned Prussia, and I remember, didn't I read some page in this game that mentioned Prussia or Prussia? I'm gonna say Prussia. And then boom, I know I can help you, Alexander. And then Alexander is the person who we have to kill at the beginning of the game, because remember, Daniel, he did something to make himself lose his memories, but he specifically wrote to himself, kill Alexander. So everything is just making sense. And Dr. Tate, I don't know if I kept it in. Again, it's hard to make these decisions when I'm being given context later on. Had I known that the little in between text boxes between loading screens would have this much significance, I would have kept them in, but I didn't keep all of them in. So I do apologize. But again, I know for sure I saw something that I mentioned doctor. And I think the doctor was the first one to die, because I think when William, when the professor, what was his name? They just said a professor died after he said, William, I'm thinking calling him William. William died after Daniel sent a note or asked him for some help, and then how Daniel feels responsible. And now we're hearing about a doctor because Daniel's going through this weird emotional, mental situation right now. And I think the doctor died too. Okay, I guess I didn't skip too much. What I skipped over accidentally was, what am I to make of this? Protect me from what? Is someone after me? I looked at Brennenburg and traced it to the Perusian woods near the Baltic Sea. While being the least informative letter I've received, it caused me great distress and interest. Oh, okay. If you're still with me, thank you very much. I do apologize. I keep saying I do apologize. I apologize a lot. I apologize. Anyway, I think I can piece together how this is going. Daniel and Herbert are 2 people who explore. Archaeologists or anthropologists, I'm not sure which yet. But they explore things. They went to Algeria, they found something, an orb. Daniel found it first, but when he got into it, he passed out. He felt it had been a minute before he lost consciousness. But then Herbert, his companion, and the other people, when it came down, he mentioned to Daniel that Daniel was at least down there for an hour. But to Daniel, he didn't know that. Now, I think Daniel was still coming to. Herbert took the orb. And what happened to Herbert though? What happened to him? Did he die? Or no, I think at some point we lost contact with Herbert. I don't want to speak for the game, But let's just put that to the side now. Now, Daniel somehow came into... Bro, whoa! It just felt... The story felt like it made sense right now, but now it doesn't. I think Herbert had it first, gave it to Daniel. Daniel has it all. He combines it and fuses together in this castle. He doesn't know what to make of it. He's struggling mentally. He asks Professor Williams for help. William dies. He struggles with this. He gets a note from a person named Alexander asking him to come to this castle, and he doesn't know what to make of it. He still has these mental problems and weird darkness within him, or in his following him, excuse me. And he asks Dr. Tate, or he's going to, tomorrow I shall visit my physician, Dr. Tate, and hope that he can provide me with the sedatives to help me sleep. So it's making sense. And I'm gonna think what happens now is Dr. Tate's gonna die sometime soon, and then Daniel is gonna go to Alexander because Alexander is the only one who knows, or at least claims to know, how to protect Daniel. And now you might be wondering, what's coming after Daniel? As he mentioned specifically right here. What am I to make of this? Protect me from what? Is someone after me? And like we mentioned before, it seems that there is an entity, the beast, that follows the orb, or at least those who coming into contact with it. So it was following Agrippa in the forest. It killed those two men in the forest, and I think by proxy, it kills those who even know about it. For example, William, he was marked, and now the doctor. At least I think so soon. Things are making sense. Things are making sense. All right, left, right, left, right. The story is getting juicy. I will say the gameplay side leaves a little to be desired. It's still fine, but the story, once it starts making sense, it starts making sense. All right, down another flight of stairs. Okay, I can pull this. I don't want to do that right now. I can pull that. I don't want to do that right now. I can pull this, pull this, pull this. Oh, wait a minute. Are these different machines that I have to pull in order? I think so. Let me read this note just for now.
17th of July, 1839.
This is the third one.
How has this escaped me? They're all dead. Limbs scattered, heads split down the middle, their skin flayed as if boiled. I feel like I'm falling into myself. What's happening? Sir William Smith, Professor Taylor, now Dr. Tate. Is it following me? How can it not be? It's the damn thing I brought from Africa. Something is after me. I have no choice but to trust the Baron. He better know what he claims.
I was right.
If he is wrong, I suspect he'll regret it as well.
Hold on. Can I get this tear to come out? I don't know, man. I don't know why. I'm not emotional. I don't want to say I'm not an emotional person. However, I do really appreciate art. And I like when stories like this come together. Hold on. I wasn't expecting teardrops. I get immersed. That's what it is. I just get immersed. That's what it is. That specifically is what it is. Little break, pause right here, okay? The next part of this game requires that I find random pieces, put them inside of the machine, start the machines, it's gonna generate power, and then I'll be able to use some sort of elevator. The thing is, I spent, with actually no exaggeration, I spent close to an hour running around trying to force my way into finding these objects. I was trying to do commentary, I was trying to do it this and that, but I make zero progress. So I'm not gonna edit close to an hour of actual emptiness, okay? I'm just gonna show you some of the cooler parts, some of the more interesting parts. Maybe they're funny, maybe they're not. But I can't be bothered to edit that, okay? Now, if you've come this far, I do appreciate it because I'm assuming you don't mind. And if you do mind, I do apologize. All right, enjoy whatever comes next. It will go back to normal editing after, but this next section is just, effectively, it's just glorified highlights, okay? All right, goodbye. Make sure the flow is set according to the following chart: Trinity steam set functions, 4-phase amplitude, And then complete steam flow cycle. I must go fat. The machinery needs more work before it runs.
What?
Oh, a gear, right? A gear? That's how I would imagine it to work. You know, I did take physics in high school. There's some weird stuff here, though. I had to find a storage room. Oh, no. Is the storage room the one that's back up in the main hall? Pull this down. The machinery needs more work. It's a physics term in some sense.
An object in motion remains in motion unless stopped by an equal or opposite force. Oh my gosh, physics. In physics, work is a transfer of energy that occurs when a force causes an object to be displaced.
Everything is gone. Everything is gone. I know for sure. 57 minutes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Why is this door closed? Excuse me? I'm locked out. What could this mean? Why? Why am I here? I don't know. I can't do an accent like that. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm doing good. Maybe I'm progressing. I don't know how many more minutes, hours, days left I have of this game. You never know. These type of games, I don't know. Maybe it goes for 15 hours total main story or whatever the case might be. Well, no, there's only one way to find out. There's only one way to find out. You gotta play the game, the game, the game. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Cinder box, cinder box.
Yes!
Cinder box.
It's going down. I'm yelling timber.
I'm going down. I'm yelling timber. You gotta move. I don't know the lyrics. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Turn that shit off.
I don't want to look up how to do it. I've already gotten this far and I've already put in an hour. I might as well just put in more time and effort. I did not need to do that. It does increase the ambience of the environment. Can I open it? It's wood. Cannot use the item this way. Okay. Can I use the elevator though? Right? There's steam. Isn't that the whole point of the elevator? Hold on. It's not working. Okay. I do love having moments of realization of, hey, I didn't try that. Let's do that now. I just love having those moments. It feels fulfilling. It feels fulfilling, or it fools. What? Oh yeah. A tongue twister. I'm back and I'm better than I ever was. I'm back and I'm better than I ever was. I'm back and I'm better than I ever was. Was I able to open it before? What if I throw another rock? Another Dwayne Johnson.
What can I say today? Welcome. What can I say today? You're welcome. Are you? About the water, never knowing why. Every step I take, every life I make, every heartbreak, every heartbreak, and it falls to me. It guides me, and no one knows how far it goes.
Come on, where am I supposed to be finding what I need to find? Okay. I'm making an executive coach decision. I'm gonna see a little guide, a video, if you will, to help me make some progress. Like I said, I don't know why it says 20-inch stretched over there. Amnesia, The Dark Descent, Steam. Not Steam Deck. Spoilers! How to fix the elevator and Amnesia. Gather rods from the study and storage. Where? This video that I'm watching is from a channel called Dice17. Amnesia, The Dark Descent, Part 10, Finding the Rods.
Very dark here. Oh. Drill part.
I think I went too far. Okay, they go downstairs.
Store safe here. Okay, let's go.
Where? How did you get to storage? I've never been here! Unless there's a different door. Is there another door in this place? No. That's one door, that's the elevator, and I'm stuck now here though. I'm stuck here. Does that mean that this door was never actually locked? Left, right, left, right. Oh my goodness.
Please, let me go. I won't tell anyone, I swear. I just want to go home. No! Get away from me! Leave me alone!
Well, is that Hazel? But I do apologize if I'm assuming too much. Oh, tinderbox. I'll take that, thank you. Is this in the main hall? Okay, cool. Take that. Drill parts. Why is it coming to me? Why is it coming to me? It's a naked. Is it a Okay. It's real. It's real. It's real. It's real. It's real. It's real. Okay, it's real. It's real. It's real. What is that? 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 I'm telling you, this game has conditioned me to actually look at every single aspect and detail of the body. What? Baby, you light up my world like nobody else. Some delicious juice. I don't know why it would give me the ability to even touch that. Tinderbox, thank you. Come again. Tinderbox. Drill part. Some items can be combined in the inventory tab. You drag and drop one item onto another to attempt a combine attempt a combine. Do you mean a combination? Combination. Anyway, perfect. So you drag. Okay, you drag. Can't assemble a drill part yet. Need to find all the parts first. Okay, I'm on the right track. And I think that's gonna make that thingy do the thingy like I said before in that thingy.
I don't mind if you don't mind.
I don't mind if you don't mind. I gotta stop singing and I gotta play the game. Turn on the light. Excuse me, thank you. First things first, just try to see around the area. You never know what you might be missing out on. You never know. Okay, I'm fine. I do apologize if the tone of the video has shifted from an incredible standpoint. It shifted from one angle to another, so I do apologize. I thought I heard something. Okay. Tinderbox first. A new note. Okay, I have to read it. Regarding explosive mixture, Alexander, I have prepared the explosives you needed for clearing the flood drain. I can't stress enough how important it is that the mixture is handled with care. Please try to tell your feather-brained servants this before you go ahead with their plans. The liquids are not by themselves explosive and should be kept separated to avoid further mishaps. I have arranged 2 large vats in the next room for the ingredients. All you need to do is mix the liquids and you are ready to go. Agrippa. Is this another drill part? So now I think I can make, nice, a small carpenter's drill. It's not a crank, it's a drill. Okay, good to know. The rubble from a cave-in is hindering further passage in the storage. Find a way to get through. Oh, I have to make a bomb. Okay, so I have to find a way to explode this area because there's all these rocks. Okay. I just did another thing where I looked at a video and I'm starting to come to the conclusion that this game is showing its age. How am I supposed to know that a drill can fix a rusted valve? Like, look at this. I come down, I find one, for example, this one. How am I supposed to know that I can use a hand drill to fix this? Chemistry pot. Okay. Leave it back. Okay. Do I add oil to it? Oh, can I just go back to the rocks and just splash it all over it? All right. Don't stand too close. Say less, say less, say less, say less. Did I turn it on? Oh, can I just throw something at it maybe? Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. Now there's a gaping hole in the floor. Let's make some progress. Machine parts. Food storage. I'll take another tin box. Now, does it leave the entire area completely, or does it just go back to that same door? What? What did I do? It's just standing outside. Perfect, 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 perfect. Where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? I don't care. I don't care. I have to test it. Is it gone? Gone? It's scary because the camera forces you to look in a certain direction. I don't know how I feel about that. Okay. Machine part storage. The rods! Okay. In case of a missing rod, if a full set of 3 rods is unavailable, there's 1 rod in the inner study rooms which might work in case the elevator breaks down again. We found that one in the study rooms. Unless it is absolutely necessary, always use the spare rods in the storage before using a mended one. Thank you. Thank you. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Hold on, 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 hold on. You know how I can just run? I think I can just run past it and go directly into the main hall and I'll be fine. So it's either sneaky way but takes longer, or fast way but it's a little bit more exciting. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, let me first just get a good running angle, you know what I mean? I feel like I'm playing Rainbow Six Siege. Imagine this game had voice microphone proximity, I'd be cooked.
It's so
The way he's moving, the way it's moving is disgusting. I have to. I'm gone. I'm gone. It moves kind of slow though. Look at this. That's what I'm supposed to be afraid of? Maybe it picks up speed. It's behind me.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
I did not know there was two. I didn't know there was two. What's up? What's up? What's up?
Round 2, fight.
It catches up. Okay, there's no point in running. There's no point in running. What's the point of running if it can catch up? Maybe I can run for like maybe 5 seconds, then it catches up. I'm running again. 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 Nope. Perfect, 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 perfect. No stress, no anxiety. I did that first try.
You're just so funny.
Oh great. There's more red slushy juice. Was that... Is that gonna... Alright, so I'm gonna put in the rods, turn on the work, and then it should be saying like, oh, go to the elevator. And then I'll stop right there. Oh, that makes so much more sense. Trinity, right, which is blue. Float, wait, 4-phase amplitude rod, 4 corners. Flow. A perfect circle in place. And then I have to find the levers. Yes! Okay, now I should be able to actually use the elevator. No mementos are available. Perfect. Left, right, left, right. Okay, okay, okay. Man, this was arguably the longest recording session I've ever done in my entire experiences. It's the longest recording experience I've ever done. I think it was actually worth it though, you know, because normally I would have stopped it at the slightest inconvenience. For example, I almost stopped it right when I found out that the doors that I thought were locked were not actually locked. All I had to do was just open them the other way or push them the other way. At that moment, I would have always just stopped the video and said, okay, that's a good enough excuse for me to just stop the recording. But I pushed forward, which is, you know, I don't want to say uncharacteristic, but it wouldn't be my first option. And it, you know, it paid out in the end. I can know within myself that I did everything for this specific area of the game. And I know that when I go in the elevator, it's either gonna go up or down. I think it's gonna go down. And then that's gonna be a new episode where I can, you know, learn more information and really progress through the story. This was an incredible experience though. Just seeing how different stories, how at first it's dysfunctional, it's disjointed, it's fractured, but then it all starts to make sense as you're reading the notes, as you're reading the diaries. And just having that experience where everything, like I said, coalesces into each other. And it just creates this product that's actually linear. It makes sense. It feels good. I enjoyed it. Even to the extent of shedding tears and getting goosebumps and yeah. I'm a little bit tired, so I don't know when this will be up. But if you've managed to watch, if you've managed to watch this far, I do appreciate you. Hopefully the style in which I approach this video is appreciated. I wanted to actually read more, immerse myself more, and absorb everything I can. And I didn't want to play it simply as a scary game. I wanted it to be an experience. So thank you if you made it this far. I hope you had a good day. I hope you have a better one tomorrow. I'll see you when I see you. Peace. Can you... Hold on, say hi. He said hi. Oh, there he is. Little guy in the corner. I gotta help him out. All right, peace.